Hi guys, and welcome back to Yashi. Today with a housing market update. Normally I do crypto this hour, but there's no real big news today, so we're gonna just start with housing. KPMG, the pandemic housing bubble is bursting, US home prices falling 15%, looks conservative. Well, when you have one of the big four pointing out that the housing bubble is coming, it can be a little tricky. You're starting to be a little negative, but let's look at the data. Basically, it goes about how interest rates are making everything more expensive, how demand is going down, how supply is starting to go back up, and how this could result in a discrepancy between demand and supply that will lead to a 15% drop. 15% is a lot. 50% would basically make it the second largest real estate burst that we've seen in the history of the United States. But I believe they're missing a lot of points. Let's compare 2008 with 2022, and let's also look at more recent data about the general economy and what is happening. First of all, housing supply. I talk about housing supply a lot, and I believe this is one good measure to see the market in the past versus today. This is right here on wallstreet.com, the supply of unsold homes in 2008 versus 2022. These are unsold homes. As you can remember, in 2008 we had a gigantic imbalance between supply and demand of homes, and as you can see here, slowly and then super quickly, the amount of homes that were unsold in 2008 was enormous. We're definitely not at those levels right now. And this data does not include what is happening in the past couple of, let's say, 2 months, which is this one here. So since July, we saw plateauing of home inventory. Home inventory has been increasing, and this is why you see also an increase in unsold homes, because exactly of this reason here. And everybody was expecting home inventory to surpass what we saw in 2021 and 2020. But no, it did not happen. Actually plateaued towards July, August, and now it's coming back down. The reason is new homes are not being listed anymore, as you can see here. New listed homes, they're coming back down. Sellers are not incentivized to sell because most sellers sell to buy a new home and to upgrade. And if interest rates are double compared to their current home, and houses they're not really drop, there's no incentive to sell your house, and this is why home inventory is starting to go back down. KPMG did not take this in consideration. Last but not least, this article was written 2 weeks ago. And I saw it today because I saw a YouTube video about how bad it is for the market. 2 weeks ago, the interest rates were not at the point we see them today. 2 weeks ago, we were around 7%, and interest rates were starting to drop because the CPI report came out nicely, and the Fed kind of gave signals, as I pointed out in this video, about potentially slowing down the rate of increases in the interest rate. Today, interest rates are under 7%. They dropped. So not only we have inventory that is dropping, we also have interest rates that are dropping. So towards people that are starting to say, even companies that are saying that a housing burst is coming, the data is not supporting it. Yes, we saw a slowdown in demand. Yes, we saw a slowdown in home sales, but there is no relevant data enough to point out, especially a 10% drop in homes, namely the second largest drop in home prices. This is generally my belief. This is not financial advice. However, I did some research here. I definitely advise you to do some research on this too. There's a lot of data out there. The main factors that make up prices is demand and supply of homes. So you can track the mortgage demand versus the supply of homes. And you will notice the mortgage demand in the past 3 weeks has been increasing because of lower interest rates, and also because people are starting to get used to the new status quo of interest rates, and that supply is starting to decrease again, as we saw during the pandemic, which is the perfect mix and combination of numbers that could lead to either a stabilization of the market or even a home price increase, as we saw during COVID. Guys, that's all for now. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching, and ciao.